Hey, man, you don't need. Sometimes you don't need to be Steph Curry. Look what I tell people. Hey, Jordan got 30K. He barely had a 3-pointer. I keep telling people you don't need to be Steph Curry all the
But
fucking time.
see, but
I be
see,
telling this people. I be telling people
Jordan
this
was
in
a high
2K.
Jordan was a high volume shooter. He had the ball. His fucking usage rate was out of this world. He always had the ball. So
True.
he took about 25 fucking shots a game. So you're
Okay.
going to a game. So you're going to touch 30 at least. And then, he was efficient. He didn't take dumb shots. He didn't take unnecessary mid-range shots. He was under the basket a lot. And then later in his career, he did develop a three-point shot
And a fadeaway.
and an unstoppable fadeaway, which I still consider Kobe's better, but that's just here. That's just me.
It's okay.
I still hear people talk about Kobe. I'm like, bruh, which I don't understand about Kobe is Kobe did everything Jordan had and did not have the physical attributes that Jordan had. People don't talk about how fucking strong and how athletic Jordan was and how big his fucking hands were where he had an advantage over people.
There's a spot in like the Naismith Hall of Fame where like you can compare your hands to the NBA players. Like his hands is fucking huge.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, it's only three people. It's three. When somebody mentions hands, as far as like hand size in basketball, there's only three people that come to mind: Jordan, Kawhi Leonard, and Rondo.
Yeah.
Stupid ass fucking hands.
Niggas
Just
that could grip the ball with one fucking hand.
that was the beauty of Rondo's fucking passing and his ability to fake out people because he had a grip so fucking and that also makes better defenders. To be honest with you.
Yeah, he does. That's why he was one of my favorite point guards. But enough about that. We
Yeah,
gotta be talking about this.
hold on. Let me get it. Let me go. I gotta go on my domain, my basement, real quick, so I
Okay.
can, so I can, because I'm at my aunt house, so I don't like to be too loud, because the kids gotta go to school in the morning, and the basement is
Respect,
like,
respect.
in the basement is a part in the basement all the way in the back, like with a laundry room, where I smoke, and I usually do this podcast with y'all at, because it's like
Hmm.
it's damn near soundproof.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so that eventually I am going to help her gut this fucking spot out in here, and then I'll be able to maybe set up some shit in here, or eat, or just in the basement. Period. But yeah, let's get this shit on and popping, my nigga. I think you got shot. Yeah, he's been shot. He'll be back.
All right. That was the other reason why I called you here. Because if I was going to do it on Jissy, if it kicks me out, it shuts the whole thing down. So if you hear, it'll still keep rolling.
Oh yeah, okay, that's cool. That was smart. That was smart, my nigga. My nigga.
Yeah, because you don't know. Because on my second channel, I do use Jissy, but you don't know how many times I didn't use this shit. And then, like in the midst of talking, I get kicked out. I'm like, fuck. But anyway, since this is on my second channel, everybody, this is my man Q. This is my best friend.
You know it. You
You
know it.
know it. And even though we're gonna be talking about this on the podcast, usually there's a lot of stuff I bring on here that a lot of y'all know that I bring on here that I want to talk about here just so I can get my shit out. And I wanted to bring Q on here to, since we're both talking about it. So I'm gonna start with you, Q. What you think about the interview?
Okay, who should I start with first? Should I start with Brittany or should I start with DJ Academics?
Start with Brittany.
Okay, I'm gonna just be honest.
By the way, before you start, this goes right into we all know a hoe named Brittany.
Hey, I swear to God, that is a that was fire, my nigga. That's a beautiful rebuttal from last week. I'm not even gonna
Uh-huh.
lie. We all
But
know a hoe named Brittany. All right. So, all right, let me I'm gonna give you my true opinion on what she said, because I believe I listened to the entire podcast because I couldn't get it on Spotify, but I caught most of it on YouTube because somebody posted it. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and try to dissect what I heard from her. Um, Basically, she's a closet freak. She's like a type of girl that me and Ray would see in school in the Art Institute of Washington, who's pretty nice, a sweetheart, but outside of the school, does she does her due.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just try to sum it up as much as I can. I didn't like her in like before this interview. I didn't like her not because of. I mean, I'm gonna say okay. I never felt bad for PJ Washington. Let's just start that. Let's just get that out the way.
Right.
Never, never. Like this is not. I am not. I've never been on PJ Washington's side. I've never was like, oh my God, she's scouting for kids and athletes and all that good stuff. Because in the podcast, she did say, and it's true, she's a shark in the water, and what she attracts is other sharks. It comes with the territory, and when it all boils down to it, she is a lot like 6ix9ine. And when I say that, it's when people started to believe that she was a certain type of way, instead of speaking her truth before, she kind of ran with it. She kind of used it to boost her popularity. She kind of used it to get, I guess, gain the attention that she was seeking out for, I guess. Um, in all reality, I feel like, this podcast helped me understand her. She's more human to me now than she was yesterday. I'll say that. She's more approachable. If I seen her in the street, I would approach her. She's more approachable now than she was yesterday. Um, a lot of it, I mean, certain things I didn't agree with what she said, kind of didn't, but a lot of it, I kind of understood where she was coming from. So it might have not necessarily been me agreeing, but it was more so me. All right, okay, I can deal with that. I can see that. I can understand that. Like you have girls who are promiscuous, who in their journey are potentially, looking for a partner for the long run. And this is something that she constantly repeated a lot. That she was like all the guys she dated, her intentions were to be with them. And when she said that, in my first mind, I was thinking, with who you are, it's kind of impossible for you to you can't the story the fairy tale ending that she's looking for it's slim to none now because of how she allowed her name to be depicted through the internet, through society, how everybody looks at her, how everybody sees her. you know I feel like that part of her story has been cut out because of what she has done and how she's allowed things to, transpire. Again, PJ Washington, you are an idiot. No pun intended. You're a great basketball player. You know what I'm saying? The Hornets look great right now. You balling, but in
You
reality,
better be balling.
you better be balling because you need the money. All reality, PJ Washington, this is your fault. Why I say this is because she insisted that she was on birth control for a long time. Now, as many she has fucked a lot. She's fucked a few celebrities in her lifetime and hasn't gotten pregnant. And then, with this PJ Washington thing, she pops up pregnant. So that kind of, I'm not going to say validates her story, but it makes a strong argument that she's telling the truth. I don't believe she's a liar. That's one thing. I don't believe she's a liar. I
Nah,
believe
she was too. Anybody who's out there and writes a book is just like nah. She's kind of too out there. The way she talks is just like to be a liar.
exactly. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it kind of the your perception of Brittany Renner is it kind of becomes clouded because of you know how she portrayed herself before this interview, and then how she explained her personality in this interview. Um, like she said, she's a walking, talking contradiction because she's a hopeless romantic, but she moves the way she does. Um, she's loyal, but she called herself like I guess it's the lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets type of thing. That's what she was trying to depict herself to be. Um,
yeah.
so with that being said, it's a possibility. But I will say this: certain things that she said that she looks for in a man, no bullshit, is exactly how I am. Not saying I would ever. I'm shooting a shot or anything like that. But in her perspective, she wants a guy who doesn't judge her and allows her to be her in any aspect, in any environment, and still, has the security within himself to know that I'm not worried about what the fuck she's doing at certain places because I know she's coming home to me. I trust her. Like but it's kind of hard for a man to have that mindset with what has gone on in the last few years. Um, that's like Superhead coming out saying she wants to be married. How? How do you how I mean, like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but how after all this time you say you want to be married? Like, you're asking a man to do something that is like very challenging. Very challenging. You have to be Michael B. Jordan to get away with the shit. Literally. And then she starts to throw out that shout out to my man Michael B. You know what I'm saying? He is in love. But then she starts to throw out the age difference and all these things. Look here, Brittany, we don't give a fuck about you dating the 20-year-old kid and you're 26 or whatever the case may be. Doesn't fucking matter. We look at how things transpire from the beginning of your relationship to middle to where it is now. And it the way things have been set up, me personally, like I like this is another thing I agree with her. If you know me, if you ever been on Ray's other podcasts, I am a logical individual. Red is red, blue is blue. It is plain as day. I look at it, I analyze it. It is that. Until you prove me wrong, that is what it is. So right there, I agree with her on that. But same time, it makes it difficult for a man to try to love a woman or be in love with a woman or build a relationship with a woman who has a past when you have a certain type of stature, celebrity, and when you have a type or you have a certain class that you're in, so you would attract that class of people, and you you expect normalized relationship things in a class that doesn't have that. Brittany, you're just naive. It's okay. I believe everything you said. I just believe that, like you said, you were dumb enough to believe that a 21-year-old would love you for the rest of your life. and he didn't. That was just stupid. It's just, I'm like, I'm just being real. You said it. I'm agreeing with you. For you to think that a 21-year-old has anything in common with a 26, 27-year-old is preposterous. It's dumb. This kid is his first couple years in the NBA. He's barely smelt liquor in his life. You know, he doesn't understand the lifestyle of being a celebrity. He's not even a superstar in the NBA yet. We don't know if he will be. It's possible he can be, but right now he's not. So it's kind of weird how it played out. I don't like Academics. I think Ray knows that. I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
I fucking hate DJ Academics. I've hated him for a long fucking time. I've hated him since his situation with fucking Joe Budden. I've hated him after that. I hated him before that because he was working with Joe Budden. And then after that, because I started to understand Joe Budden. I don't like DJ Academics because he stirs a pot with nothing in it, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah.
You create a narrative that nobody is reading. Nobody nobody even thinks this way. And throughout the interview, he was trying to it was more so it wasn't even an interview. It was more so he was trying to create an intervention for her to believe or for her to understand that you are a side chick. And that was his whole thing. His whole thing was to prove to her that everything you did, everything that you said, put you in the category of a side chick, video vixen, a trophy, whatever, however the case, however you want to put it. That is what he was trying to do. And instead of shutting the fuck up and allowing her to respond to what he was saying or respond to his comments or his questions, he just like tried to overtalk her, and like it was kind of like weird as fuck. It was stupid. But this is why I respect her, because one, she's very fucking educated. She's smart as fuck. She's very articulate. She she's not a dummy. Okay, I've seen a lot of these interviews where these guys run into these girls who are like trophies, who date the celebrities, who go fuck the celebrities, do whatever the fuck, whatever. They're not articulate. They're trying to explain why it's okay for them to do the shit that they're doing, and they usually they're shut down. They're made to look stupid, and they go about their day. This particular interview, I felt like she had control of her narrative, and it was easier for me to actually listen to what she had to say. She didn't sound ignorant. She didn't sound like she didn't know what she was talking about. She didn't sound like she was just making shit up, trying to put shit together to make it sound good. Like it sounded like this is the way this is it. She sounded like she knew what the fuck she was talking about. She understood what was going on around her. She used it to her advantage, to where it got to a point where she's like, I mean, if everybody's gonna call me a villain, I might as well play the part, even though I'm not doing none of the shit that people are saying I'm doing. And at the end of the day, I mean, I started to follow her on Instagram today. After the interview, I followed her on Instagram because it's like, all right, I kind of, I respect it. You're not necessarily a hoe. You just have hoish ways. You're a hoe. You have hoish ways looking for like her. I understand. Like it's almost as if she had okay. What she was saying was her visual, her belief of what a wife was the total opposite of what she is as a person, and she caught herself trying to change and become something other than what she was in order to be a wife. When in reality, if somebody really like fucks with you, they'll fuck with you for who you are, and then if there's any room for improvement, You can do it as a unit, as a group. I can help you. You can help me. It's supposed to work like that. But at the same time, it's like, are you willing to like be a better version of yourself? You know, do you have to dance on the table in the club in order to have fun? You know, you got to ask these questions. Like, is it necessary for you to do over the top? Is there any way that you can turn it down a little bit because one, you're in a relationship, two, you're a mom. I'm not gonna say that. I can't say because she's a mom, because if you're a mother, you deserve to celebrate as much as you want, because you've done something that us men can never think of doing. But at the same time, there is like kind of have like, how do you say it? An image, kind of have
You,
an image, and
you know what I kind of refer to? Sorry to cut you off. You know what I kind of refer to?
what?
You seen the movie Ali, right?
Yes,
And you remember the scene where Jada Pinkett, she wore this revealing shirt and Ali didn't like it, and
yeah,
basically he said, basically you represent me when you
exactly.
out there. When people see you, they see
They
me.
see me, and when you walk out there dressing like that, it contradicts everything that I believe in. It contradicts everything that I speak about, everything that I'm saying, everything that I'm fighting for right now. Not saying that you're not fighting for it too, but it doesn't match. It's not equal. You know, it's hard for people to believe I'm a certain way if my partner isn't. You know, this is the whole Will Smith and Jada situation. You know, everybody looked at Will and Jada like they were the perfect couple. You know, in the last 2, 3 years, shit has been hitting the fan like it's no tomorrow.
Mm.
You know, and we start, and it's fucked up because it just as fast as we look at Jada different, we all started to look at Will different, because you are an image of me. You are a reflection of me. If we are a team, when people see you, they see me. Nobody sees Jada and don't think about Will Smith. Nobody sees Will Smith and don't think about Jada. You know, and when you have that going on, and you're a celebrity, you have a following, you have people looking at your every move, trying to depict everything that you do to create a narrative, whether if it's there or not. You know, it's you have to be more cautious of what you do, how you do, when you do it. You know, this is why I never like people. I didn't agree. I didn't like what Jada did, and I didn't like what August Alsina did, because it all was a reflection on Will. So when the one couple of things that I didn't agree with her were like, what I do in the club shouldn't determine if I love you or not. Can't say that necessarily.
I was about to say because men look at it way different.
Exactly. So a man, me and Ray go to the club. Okay, me and Ray goes to the club. It's popping. There's women everywhere, and you know me and Ray, we have a distinct taste in women. One thing I can say that me and Ray agree on, that we don't like the the showman. We don't like the attention seekers,
Yeah.
because that attracts bad attention sometimes. I'm just saying, it's the truth. So you are Brittany Renner. You're in the club. You're dancing. You're doing all of this thing, all of these things. You're having the time of your life. There's a rapper on the other side of the club who's been watching you from start to finish, who has this image in his head that, oh yeah, I can, you know, the men, you have men who look for that type of woman just to get certain things out of her and then disappear. And then you have the man who, like, me personally, I don't go to the club to look for women. To be honest,
I used to.
I don't see. I feel like the club is a big illusion.
Hmm.
It's a big lie. It's the one. It's almost like high school. It's the one place you can show up and pretend to be something that you're not, and won't nobody notice it until you go home. So that's the biggest thing about me. Like I don't go to clubs to like I don't go to clubs to look for a girlfriend or look for a friend or look for somebody I'm dating. I don't go to the club. I go to the club to have fun. Go to the club to drink. I'm probably high already. I want to dance. I want to laugh. I want to joke. I want to do a whole bunch of just anything. But my intentions are not to go to the club to look for women to walk home with. You have men like that, not walk home, but go home with. You have men who go to the club. You have men who don't even go to the club who will fucking parking lot pimp to find women as if they were in the club the entire time. You have these things. And when you have you have an image and then you have a spouse, and if you are Brittany Renner and your spouse is Michael B. Jordan, let's say. Okay, let's say Brittany Renner is trying to date Michael B. Jordan. It's not going to mix because Michael B. Jordan doesn't. He's not a clubber. He might be. We don't know, but he's not. He's not social media active as much as you are. He's not. If you being in the club wouldn't attract the attention Michael B would attract being in the club. You get what I'm saying? So like it's an image. It's like I don't mind you going to the club to have fun, but it's a certain line of respect that you should carry if you love me enough to know. Like even if I'm not really big on club things, and if you know that I'm not too much of a party animal type of guy, like respect me enough to try to adjust to help me. You want me to adjust to allow you to go to the club and do whatever the fuck you want, however you want, whenever you want. You want to dance on tables, half naked, shaking ass, doing all that shit. All right, that's cool, but you have to be able to adjust the same way that I'm supposed to just adjust and be okay with. Something I've never been okay with. Something I've never been. I've never been the type to attract this type of female. But you give me an image and you have a wild side, and at the end of the day, I like I okay. At the end of the day, I respect Brittany Renner's after what she had to say. It's a more respect. All right, I get it. We still watching your ass, but all right, I get it. Cool. You're not as bad as I thought you were. You're not even bad at all. You're just love drunk.
A hopeless romantic.
Basically, that's what you are. You're a hopeless romantic who is in a class that has no romance in it. You're attracting people. You're in a pond with no romantic fish at all. They are all sharks trying to get a piece, trying to get a bite, and keep it the fuck moving. So you like, I don't know. I felt like she. I learned a lot about her. I learned a lot about a lot of people through her. Um, I learned that I still hate DJ Academics. It doesn't matter who he interviews, what he talks about. Um, and it kind of plays a part because she also said, who would I be if people didn't, if people didn't have this false image of me, I wouldn't have as many followers as I had. I wouldn't have as many people, trying to find what I'm doing, or having all these people with comments and all this stuff. Just like how DJ Academics, nobody likes DJ Academics, but that's not the reason what. But people watch him to watch him say the ignorant ass shit. People wait for him to say the dumb ass shit, you know. it's certain people like DJ Academics. I would never follow him. I would never. I don't like him. It's him and Whack 100. I hate those two people more than anything in the world right now.
Yeah,
Like
whack 100. I think yeah,
like
there's
I
something
hate
wrong
like
with that.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't I really like I hope we have time to talk about him because I got a lot to say about that guy.
We'll break save it for the podcast.
Man, like, cause I like Whack, like he like his name says it all. He's so fucking whack and lame, and he takes the name of OG and it makes you like want to throw it in the fucking trash. Like it makes you he take he kind of like takes a little piece of the fucking celerity like he takes away the I don't know the aura of a OG and like it's horrible. Like it's horrible for you to be a street person and you believe that what you believe like it doesn't make sense. You cannot be a street man. You can't be a blood or crip or whatever the fuck you were. You cannot be that and condone something that goes against what you vowed yourself to be a part of. If you are a gangster, if you are a gangbanger, if you are all these things in abundance, snitching is something you do not. You just don't. Like if you are in the black community, period, we do not as kids, as children, we did not condone telling on each other. Brothers, cousins, I have cousins that I've done so much stupid shit with, but we never got our ass whooped because we all shut the fuck up. It ain't nobody pointing no fingers. But that's like you said, that's I'm gonna save that for Thursday because that might be my final thought. Remind me, please remind
Okay.
me of that being my because I get high, I'm gonna forget. I need you to remind me about Whack
I'll
100.
write it down in the notes. It's
Thank
like
you,
Q's final thoughts. He hates
Whack
Whack
100.
100.
Thank you. That's all that needs to be said. I'm gonna go in on that guy to the fullest. All right, so I'm off Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner, I got more respect for you because you spoke your truth. I understand you're a hopeless romantic. You're just stupid sometimes. You make dumb decisions, and it kind of backfires. And I've seen girls go through this shit all the fucking time. A girl dates a guy, then she dates another guy, then she dates another guy, then she dates another guy. Not because she's a hoe, because she's looking for some type of void to fill in her life because she's been hurt so many times. And it comes to a point where people on the outside who don't know her start to judge her as if she's a hoe, but in reality, she's just looking for a partner. She's
I
just
knew a
it's
girl like that in the Navy.
boy. I knew a girl like that in the Art Institute of Washington. To be honest with you, and I think and you know her too, but we're not gonna throw names,
Yeah,
anything like
let's
that
not
out
throw
there.
in there.
Oh no, we know we don't do no dry snitching around here. We
Right.
just know that it was somebody in our school that we both agree that we know. All right, long as short, we cool with that. All right, Brittany Renner, much respect to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't take all my man money because he only a six man. He only a six man. We don't know if he ever gonna be a starter or if he ever gonna get a max deal. All right, that's cool. DJ Academics.
Before you get on that, let me just say
Oh yeah,
this.
go ahead.
Um, what she portrays on Instagram is different from what I feel like what she was portraying in this interview. I feel like if we got more of this on the interview, I think a lot of people wouldn't harp on her as much. And I guess like just like you, I wasn't on PJ Washington's side either. It's like you should have known because he damn sure made a video talking about if you want to come up on a ball play, if you want to come up on anybody that's famous, come up on the ball player. Like she literally said that. Now the one thing I did defend her on when she was talking about hide your sons and everybody was calling her a predator, and I was like, y'all know she's trolling and just joking, and people was like, oh no, she's serious. I was like, bruh, that's definitely dry humor as joke because y'all
Facts.
calling her a predator.
Facts.
So she's running with that. A
Yeah,
lot of people,
I always felt like that.
a lot of people was just like, "Oh man, she's a predator." I said, "It's a joke," but she said something that I've been saying. This is like, if they're both consenting, how could she be a predator? So, and the whole thing about the age gap too, and because she was like, "Oh, no one's gotten on Diddy and Lori Harvey," I was like, "Yes, they did." That was the one part I was like, "Act, you should have like called her out on." It was like, "Yes, they did." It was like, "Oh," it was like Jay-Z and Beyonce. I say, "Yes, they did." Because Jay-Z was like 11. Jay-Z is like 11 years older than Beyonce. A lot of
Every
people had a problem with that. She just turned.
everybody called that out. What are you talking about? I
Yeah,
don't, that's what I mean by DJ Academics. He's not. He was terrible when it came to interviewing her, because it wasn't an interview. It was more so of him having a chance to call a hoe a hoe.
yeah. But that part right there was just like, because she was trying to I don't want to say gaslight, but she was like trying to play the victim. And I was like, and I used to tell, and like, I just had this debate with my sister. I said, Marcus Houston just went through what he went through because he married a 19-year-old girl. Tiger, a lot of people call Tiger a pedophile because they think he was grooming Kylie Jenner, in which I was like, I don't think that's grooming. It's like, but but I don't know the way you take it. And I was like, Russell Simmons. I was like, he knew Kamora Lee since he was like 16 and shit. Motherfucker got like 2 or 3 babies by her or some shit like that. It's like,
Facts.
I was like, and she was like, "Oh, it's a double standard." I said, "No, it's not. It's that if anything, dudes get it worse." It's like no one called you a pedophile, a predator. That's one thing, but no one was really calling. But the name that a lot of people stick to is a pedophile. It's like R. Kelly, even though he did do it, and I tell people R. Kelly did the shit because I seen the fucking tape. It was like he's literally on camera, fucking 14-year-old. So obviously he's a predator and a pedophile.
And a
So it's like
pedophile.
I said, so if anything, niggas get it worse because it's like if you're called a pedophile or a rapist or some shit, and even if there's no evidence of you doing it,
It
niggas will
sticks with
still
you
call you
forever.
that.
It sticks
That's
with you forever. A man cannot take that. A man can't take that and run with it on the internet.
right.
You can't call me a predator and then I go to a sorority and I say hide your daughters. Nigga, I'm going to jail.
Yeah. Or getting beat up because contrary to the belief, and there was a story about some dude he picked up a 14-year-old in North Carolina and they beat his ass. Niggas, if they see a pedophile or a predator, niggas will fuck the dude up. All we need is visual proof. Okay, he did this. You showed the proof that he's a fucking pedophile. Get
Oh,
him the
let's whoop
fuck
his
out of there.
ass. Let's whoop his ass.
We'll whoop his ass. And I tell women, and I used to tell women all the time because a lot of black women don't feel protected. I said, "Who are you by?" Because
Exactly.
because I used to tell this to everybody. The niggas and like women, they really try to move the goalposts, or they'll say, "Oh, but that's your sister, though." I said, "But if I can't protect my sister, who the fuck else am I supposed to protect?" Or it's like, if I can't protect the people in my circle,
Why would I have why would how would you trust me to protect anybody else?
exactly. And I used to have this debate, and I used to have this debate with women all the time, but with some women, they just want to be right, and I used to hate that. It's just like maybe not
You find any way to defer anything that I said to make
right.
it seem like there's a, like, I hate those people that I cannot stand the women who always have a comeback for anything, whether they're right or wrong. And some of the comebacks don't even make sense. It gets to a point where you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna just shut the fuck up because clearly I'm the dumb one in this situation.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I'm talking to a brick wall.
Basically,
Because like
but
it or not, ladies, y'all have that tendency to when y'all don't want to listen to a nigga, even though he's logically correct, y'all still try to find the ways to get a win out of that. It's like no. Like even like academics when uh Brittany Renner proved her point about PJ Washington, he shut the fuck up. He said, I can't defend you on that, PJ.
exactly, that's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt when she said I was on birth control, and he told me he was ready, and I told him I could wait, but he insisted to tell me to get off birth control. He named the child after him. A part three. Yeah, I can't defend you, bruh. Because you was just as much as in love as she was. You was just as much as in a relationship as she was. And now it's easier for us to believe that her intentions were never to be a fucking predator. Her intentions, like she said, if your intentions were solely for a trophy, oh yeah, I fucked Brittany Renner, whatever, then so be it. But those weren't your intentions, you know, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to try to figure out, like, where I can't find where Brittany Renner was wrong at. I can find where some of her facts. All right, no, like you said, people were fucking crucified for dating younger women. Men
And a
were
lot of
crucified.
people, not only that, a lot of people was getting on PJ Washington. And he said, and I know Snoop Dogg too was talking about Rob. You know what you was getting into. Everybody knew she was a hoe. You was the one that got caught.
You
And
got
I'm not calling her a hoe, but it was just like, you know what she was about, and yet you fucked with her anyway.
you
She
PJ
saw a what do you say? She saw a sucker. She licked it.
licked the shit out of him,
Mm-hmm.
like the owl off that lollipop commercial.
A one, a
A two, a
two, a
three, and
three.
bit his ass off a new one. My whole thing
So
was,
but if he's the one playing victim, then he needs to get his shit together. But if she's the because like obviously she said he's basically Pete Washington the third. So obviously if you wanted to have a baby with her and all that other stuff, and I don't know. I know a lot of young. This is why I tell people not to marry young at 22 because you probably don't. It seems the idea seems good at the moment, but you're going to change your fucking mind because you be like, damn. Especially if you don't really know the girl like that. I used to tell
Ray,
this to Navy people all the time.
Let's be real.
You
Let's
don't
be
know
real.
her like that. Yeah.
Let's be real. This man went from dating sophomores and juniors in fucking Kentucky University to dating Brittany fucking Renner.
Right.
Like like even if you don't like there's no way possible that you cannot like understand where Brittany is coming from in this situation. And like I'm not like I say, I'm not picking sides. But one thing I'm not going to do, I am not going to take up for a stupid nigga. I'm sorry.
Right.
If Ray, put it this way, if this was Ray, and Ray gets big off of his podcast, and he dates Brittany Renner, and she pops up pregnant, and he comes to me, Ray knows not to come to me with that shit unless he wants to hear the truth. Nigga, you're dumb. You're stupid. Were you planning on staying with her? No, you're dumb. You're stupid as fuck, Ray, because you did not plan on saving her. Because clearly she wanted to be saved. Because this is what she's saying. I've watched other podcasts with other Instagram influencers, models, whatever, and their fucking demeanor towards being saved is, I don't want to be saved. Why be saved when I can just fuck every nigga and just do what I want, and I can out whoever the fuck I want. One, the reason why I respect her is, one, she made a book. She didn't out anybody. She didn't make any names. She allowed everybody to create their own narrative. She allowed everybody to try to fill in the blanks and figure out who they think she dated, who they think she fucked. And then she went on to explain that every chapter was a chapter dedicated to a relationship she was with. which is like, okay, that's different from what Superhead did. Corinne Steffens, you know, because Corinne Steffens was just literally just labeling dicks and telling them and telling the world if they was good or not and how she did it and when she did it, and
Yeah.
she was literally outing motherfuckers. She outed Bobby Brown live. People don't remember that shit when she recorded this man on her couch sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a completely different situation, you know. And the one thing I like I say I respect her intellect. She is very intelligent, and she understands the art of influencer in a way where it rubs people the wrong way, but if you get it, you're like, you know what, you're a fucking genius. You know, and the one thing she didn't do that 6ix9ine did is snitch. She didn't tell
Obviously,
on
you seen
nobody.
that with the Hydra Sons, with the Hydra Sons thing,
That
because
shit was funny as hell.
that got, yeah.
That shit was funny as shit. I was like, damn, I wish I was at that university. Cause you ain't got to hide me. I'm coming to find you. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, the point is, I have a newfound respect for her. And I feel like if if men want to, if us men want to understand women more, we have to be able to shut the fuck up and let them speak their piece. We have to be able to soak like a sponge, be able to ask questions and not assume certain shit because of what other people. We as a society have to stop believing what we hear and see. Sometimes we have to go find it for ourselves. And if you want to believe it based off of what you think, it's okay, that's cool. But if you're going to believe what social media throws at you, if fucking was if the shade room want to call her a hoe, and then everybody else want to call her a hoe, you're dumb as fuck. Because in reality, you don't know. You don't fucking know. For anything, we should be calling Erica Badu a hoe.
They're not, but
I'm just
you're
saying
kind of
not.
right. But
I'm not saying not because I'm gonna get crucified if I ever do that shit.
honestly, it's funny you mention that because I've always said this. If you're a video vixen in the industry, I'm pretty sure you are already labeled a hoe, whether you done had many men or you a virgin. I That's the sad part. It's just like they don't know you, and it's the profession that you do, and then it's like the shit that you hear. You probably automatically get labeled as a hoe because it's like, and either that works for you or it doesn't. Because look at Ford. I think Melissa Ford is an intelligent ass woman, but I'm pretty sure anybody that doesn't know her probably label her as a hoe.
I love Melissa Ford.
Yeah, but that's what I tell people. If you ever hear Melissa Ford talk, she's a very intelligent woman,
I love.
and
Hey, let me
she
tell you
knows
something.
she's a sexy ass woman.
She is a. That is a. You want to talk about total package?
That
Like
woman is a total package.
Melissa Ford will look good on your arm, and she would make your taxes look good. Like she is
Mhm.
fucking. She is very intellectual. It's almost baffling how smart she is. Like it's not even that you wouldn't expect it. It's because she like you won't even like men. We are so fucking single minded. It is ridiculous to a point where we only think what we see, and it's sad. Like you won't like who is like how many people if Melissa Ford popped up on fucking Breakfast Club or some shit like that, how many people are going to stop to actually listen to what the fuck she got to say? If it ain't
Uh,
about if it ain't about her telling about her fucking maybe fucking Jay-Z or fucking Dame Dash or Diddy, or, like if she's not talking about that, who's going to stop and listen to what the fuck she has to say? Exactly.
Basically, and
You
that's
know
what
what
I
I'm
said.
saying?
And then the whole Melissa Ford drives a Honda Accord thing. Like she was really ticked off about that. She's like, I never drove a Honda Accord. It was like, Because I
Nah,
know niggas was saying that about her.
nah. Kanye West said that. No, Kanye West
No,
said
it was a
that.
game.
The
It
game
was a
said that.
game.
My bad. My bad.
And I always said this: the game don't know when to shut the fuck up. That nigga be out and everybody. That nigga.
Yeah, he do. But see, the game, I don't know. Bitches love the game.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't do shit with the game because he name dropped too much.
Yeah. He do. He snitch a lot. He be, he don't
That
be
nigga
snitch.
be dry. As shit.
I
Yo,
ain't go. Okay, I would never call the game a snitch, but hey, he be dry snitching like shit.
is me and Dre riding around down with shotguns. Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Nigga, they not supposed to know that. Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know, Angela, what was the girl? She oiling her legs like she Angela Velez. That shit crazy. But all in all, if we stop, and stop judging people for what we think and start to try to understand what people go through. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of regular women in the world who are Brittany Renners. You know, I know a few women who are Brittany Renners, who are hopeless romantics that it that when they deal with somebody, they're trying they want a certain thing, but it doesn't work out because of what people believe. And you have a lot of men who live in a shell, who can't understand that women are humans too. Just like a man can explore and try to figure out what he wants, and on his way to prosperity, he runs into a couple of women who might do him good, might do him bad. He might end up fucking them over, or she might end up fucking him over, whatever the case may be. Like, one thing she did say, the there is a difference, you know, if a in a way where it's not fair. But at the same time, men, we get held to a fucking standard where if we do something wrong, we're crucified for it. And if a woman does something wrong, it's more so like, all right, let's let's try to figure out, let's try to depict how it happened, or certain things like that. But
Oh yeah,
then,
they'll forgive her. Cause
yeah,
be mindful. She's going to get fucked again.
oh yeah, absolutely. She
I'm
probably
not
got
calling
fucked.
her a hoe. I'm not calling her a hoe, but be mindful. There's somebody out there that's just like, I still fuck the shit out of her.
Absolutely, I would. No, this. Hey, look.
It's me. I'm niggas.
Yeah, I am niggas. I am niggas. I would love on. Hey, and I would actually give her a chance. One, because I don't give a fuck about what niggas got to say. I really don't. Like, if people actually lived like that, life would be so much easier for everybody. If people learn to mind their fucking business. If you don't want to know about the book, like, don't pick up the book. Don't read the back of the book and try to figure out the story because you read the back and it gave you a small description of what the fuck the book is about. Read the book or put it the fuck down. If you don't want to know about, if you want to really be able to have an opinion about Brittany Renner, find out about her. Watch these interviews. Listen to her speak. Like, give it a chance. Don't, like, I hate people who have opinions without information. Like, it doesn't make sense. It rubs me the wrong fucking way. It does. But okay, now to DJ Academics.
Yeah, I was about to say now we can talk about act.
All right, so act you are. I fucking hate Academics because he is a clout chaser. I'm sorry. I'm gonna continue to say it. I've always believed it. I feel like he's a person that he sees, he goes, and he takes advantage of it. And it all started. It really started with the 6ix9ine situation. And granted, okay, we know the situation about 6ix9ine. We know that You know, he was affiliated with a gang. You know, he was asking people to do certain shit for him, and he was paying them off, and everybody was getting such and such and such. And then when he didn't want to keep his end of the deal, they fucked this girl and they tried to kidnap him and all these things and all that shit. All right, that's cool, but that's a part of the game. That's a part of that game. When you jump into that game, that's what happens. You know, and what I've never liked about 6ix9ine is that he likes to play victim for shit that he started. You know, these racketeering charges would have never came to fruition if he didn't. He put a fucking magnifying glass on the people he was around, and I feel like academics took that and he's making certain things okay, and like and he likes it, like he does. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine could be a good 6ix9ine could be a good dude. But in reality, his morals are fucked up because I'm not going to commit myself to something and then when it doesn't go the way it's supposed to, or if I can't if me and Ray sign a contract or make a deal and I don't keep my end of the deal and Ray decides to do whatever the fuck he wants to do because I didn't keep my end of the deal, I can't go back and sue him. You know, it's morally incorrect to go back and sue him because in reality, I broke the deal, but he had enough, character to not sue me, to call it, to charge it to the game. All right, call a spade a spade. Fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna keep it moving. You gonna need me. You gonna need me when shit hit the fan. But instead, 6ix9ine gets into a situation where his life is in his livelihood and his life is in danger, or however the case may be, and he decides to drop a dime on everybody and all of this stuff because they fucked this girl and they kidnapped him and all this extra shit. And it's just like it rubs me the wrong way coming from a family of like people who've done, certain things that, if I wanted to, I could have put a lot of people in jail because I know a lot. But the reason why people are easily why it's easy for people to tell me anything or for me to be around certain shit is because I don't put myself in situations to have to do shit like that. I don't put myself in a situation where I want to snitch or where I feel like my life is in danger and it's my life before yours or certain things like that. And when you got certain stuff like that, like if I was on my way to jail and I'm not going to snitch on nobody to get myself out of the situation. Whatever I did to go to jail, I deserve to be in jail. Unless I can prove that it was my intentions were different. If I can't prove that my intentions were different on my end, then that's just me. You know, but then you have people like DJ Academics who sees it, who he likes the controversy. He likes when people don't like him. And he says and does certain things where it's like, nigga, like, no. And then he also plays victim. And then he tries to have this image as if he's just like I fucking hate him. Like I really do. And that's my personal feeling for him. But as far as this interview, I feel like he wasn't a good interviewer because it wasn't him trying to understand her. It was him trying to judge her. It was him trying to shut the fuck up. You're a hoe. No matter what you say, this is why you're a hoe. This is why you're a side chick. This is why this. This is why this. You did this. You did that. He literally told this girl that she looked at PJ Washington like a fucking like a meal ticket, like a ticket out, and she got emotional. Like my son is not a fucking check, and that's some fucked up shit. Like that's not something that's not a comment you make. You know, for like I just don't like that he does things for views. He does things for followers. And he does certain shit like he belongs in it. Like him and 6ix9ine are best fucking friends for a reason because he takes certain things and he he elevates them to a point where it's just like dog, like that wasn't even necessary. Like you're putting people out of the character, like you want this, you want certain shit, you know. And I don't like motherfuckers who play victim when they're the ones who do certain shit and they provoke certain people, and then when people react the way they're naturally supposed to because this is who they are, you want to play victim as if, oh, you're just mad because such and such and such. Like, no, like I hate the way those him whack 100 and 6ix9ine. I hate the way they're trying to bully my man Meek Mill, and it's like it's fucked up because in reality, let's be real, 6ix9ine is an informant, right?
Yeah,
Meek Mill is a convicted felon
yeah.
who just got out of jail not too long ago because he violated his parole because he was riding motorcycles through his neighborhood. Right, right, yeah,
Right.
okay. And when Meek Mill and 6ix9ine finally like they cross paths at a place, and like this is one of those old sayings when they say the loudest person is usually the weakest. If you like you see 6ix9ine screaming, yelling, "Yeah, I just seen Meek Mill. He ain't do nothing. I told you he's a sucker. All y'all some suckers. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, whatever, whatever, whatever." Dog, you're an informant. You are an informant who keeps security and police around you. You have people following you, watching you. Dog, your fucking your address got leaked 3 times and you moved all 3 times. If you are such a gangster, you're so I ain't worried about nothing. Ain't nobody gonna touch me. I don't think you would have moved that many times. I don't think you would have, you got bold snitches like Alpo. Rest in piss Alpo, you snitch ass nigga. You know, who's bold and puts himself in certain situations where he's like, nigga, I'm untouchable. But he got touched this weekend, you know. But you got people like 6ix9ine who plays this like even Alpo. Alpo snitch, he did all of these things. He didn't come out, you know, playing gangster like, oh yeah, these niggas ain't gonna do shit to me. Fuck these niggas. This still, you know what I'm saying, whatever, whatever. Yeah, Alpo was in the he was in the streets. Yeah, he was out. He was walking, but he had a timer on his head, you know. And in reality, like I don't like it. I don't like none of them, and I don't like how he tried. It seemed like he was trying to attack her. Like it's like he felt like he had an opportunity to attack her, and he was trying to, and she's just too witty and too smart, and she understood what the fuck was going to happen, and she was able to figure it out, get herself out of that situation, and speak her truth, and it made a lot of fucking sense. A lot of shit made a lot of sense. Where it was like, I don't want to agree, but all right, I agree with you. I get it. I understand. But it was like even when she said something and it made a lot of sense, sometimes he would just still like try to poke the bear. And it was just like, dude, shut the fuck up and let her talk. Like, please. This is why I like Vlad TV. Because Vlad asks questions and he shuts the fuck up.
Yeah, niggas just snitched on their cell phone, Vlad.
I don't know why people keep saying Vlad is a snitch. Vlad asks normal questions, and if Vlad asks a question that has to do with your criminal history, he will say on the video, you don't have to answer the question if you don't want to. We can go to another subject if you would like. But 75% of these motherfuckers be like, nah, I'm good. We can talk about it. Stupid. Just dumbass niggas. Motherfuckers who don't understand the the criminal justice system, who don't understand the laws. You know, I watched the video with Vlad when he had Hurricane Chris. You know, Hurricane Chris he had a homicide case going on.
Yeah.
But in reality it's a self defense. It was self defense. The way Hurricane Chris explained the story, because it's still an ongoing case. Vlad asked him, and he was like, you know, you don't gotta talk about it if you don't want to. And Hurricane Chris was like, nah, I could talk about it because it was self defense. This is what I'm fighting for. I have no problem with telling you what happened. You know, but you got motherfuckers who sold $1 million worth of drugs and telling on themselves. Shit, we still doing that shit right now. Shit, my man, Lil Pete from down the street. You know what I'm saying? He still got that work. Lil Pete get locked up. Oh, Vlad is snitch. Nah, the nigga he was interviewing the snitch. But it's just like I feel is there are interviewers and then there are people who who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like he said, he talks about rap. That is his category. You should stick to that and just leave it the fuck alone. I don't even like you talking about rap music because your taste in music is terrible. DJ Academics. Like I'm gonna just be real. Your taste in music is horrific. I don't like your taste in music. I don't like your taste in people. I don't like your taste in clothes. Your beard is weird. Like I don't like. I feel like your face features are all small and they're all like bunched in together. Like I don't like DJ Academics. Like like he gives me Kenny vibes. How about that?
Damn.
Yes, like weirdo, shut the fuck up. Who asked you? Type vibes. Like when you gotta cut your eye at the nigga, like, shut up, nigga. Like let her talk. Like I caught myself saying that shit a lot. Like, shut up. Like she's telling him, like, I let you talk, let me speak. And I'm like, yes, let her talk. What the fuck? Shut up, nigga. I didn't come here to
Yeah,
hear
she had
you
to say
speak.
that a bunch of times. It's like,
Yeah,
yo, it's not a monologue. It's a
exactly.
conversation.
Oh, and when she said that shit, I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. She carried shut the fuck up, bitch. Like if I do an interview with him, I'm gonna tell him, shut the fuck up, bitch. I am talking. Like the fuck. How did you feel about DJ Academics, yeah?
Uh, he does what he does. That's how I always felt about him. He does what he does. I don't have the vitriol hatred that you do. I don't hate him actually. It's just like I do think like he hype up the new niggas too much and all that other stuff, but you know, because he had this thing about you know that beef between Tory Lanez and Cassidy, right?
Yeah.
I like wholeheartedly disagreed on him because like Cassidy, but you know, because Cassidy, you know, he has his own flow and all that other stuff, and everybody was hyping up that Tory Lanez joint where um he was getting on Cassidy, but he was using Meek Mill flow,
Yeah.
and everybody was like, "Oh, Tory Lanez killed." I was like, "How you kill a nigga using another nigga flow on another nigga beat?" And he wasn't really saying something, and like Academics was like, "Oh, I could play this in the club," and he talked. I was like, He wasn't saying shit. So like, just like you, it's like the way he critiques music is just like, and I know he doesn't like boom bap. It's weird because I think he's from New York or some shit like that, and it's just like, but I seen that like a lot of niggas are like, "Oh, I don't like that old ass boom bap shit." I was like, "Bruh, this is like the mecca of hip hop, the boom bap and shit."
The boom bap shit is the reason why niggas can do what the fuck they're doing now.
Yeah, the boom bap is why like we got niggas like Uzi, Yachty, and you know, Sav 21 Savage and all that other stuff.
Oh no. Oh no, he disappeared. Are you still there? There. I guess we'll wait for Ray to come back in. So in the meantime, I'll just tell you I don't like DJ Academics. He's a weirdo.
You see what I
I,
mean, Q?
yeah, I'm.
This shit,
Yeah.
yeah, this shit cut me off like 3 or 4 times. But let me keep it short. I don't have a In conclusion, I don't have a vitriol hatred like Q do. Um, like I said, I don't think he was that good of an interviewer when it came to Brittany Renner. Like, I feel like he was just trying to call her out as a whole instead of just trying to understand her. And you could tell she was kind of like getting irritated about it. There was times where he was trying to make it about himself, where he should have been making it about the interviewer. I did not like that either. And but I guess this is the. I'm pretty sure like this is like the only interview. She might go on a tour, but this is like the only interview that you would get from her. So, like I said, take what you can get. So that's basically it.
But I don't know. I didn't like the way he did it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said him being an interview. I wasn't like a real like. I wasn't real. I didn't like it. Let's just say that.
Wasn't
I
thrilled
didn't
about
hate
it.
it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. But when she was like, um, this is not a monologue, this is a conversation. Yeah, I was like, exactly. You know, like let her, because there was things that I agree with her, and there was things I disagree with Act on too. So it was just like, okay, just try to keep it fair. But
Right.
but any last words before we go ahead and end this?
Uh no, Brittany Renner, I feel like at the end of the day, love yourself like you do. Continue to be who you are. No matter if anybody calls you a hoe, because those same people calling you hoes either want to fuck you or be you. So I don't hold nothing against you for, wanting to be who you are or anything like that. Cause I don't consider you a hoe. I just consider you somebody that's looking for love in all the wrong places.
I'm gonna second that. I hope you find someone that's going to appreciate you for you. I don't think it's going to be an industry nigga. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a regular nigga if you want to date a regular nigga.
I mean, she said I mean, in a way, she kind of said she would, but with her lifestyle and her being an influencer, it's kind of difficult to date her because of that. But in reality, I look at it like if you can like literally like put all that shit to the side and not give a fuck about what the fuck happened, or
Uh,
if you could really just open your mouth and ask questions and try to figure out what truly happened, you know, then you would I mean then you would truly appreciate the type of person she is, because she's a good person. I mean, the way she was like the way she was explaining her like how she is and how she moves and how she thinks, like she's a good person. She seems smart. Seems like she got a good head on her shoulders. She just a hopeless romantic. She just wants love, and love don't want her right now. So
I'm gonna just.
it looks like she's going around fucking whoever whenever, but in reality she's probably like these dudes that she's fucking, who these industry dudes are probably selling her dreams, and she probably believes it, and then after like 3 to 4 months that shit goes down the drain, and then she's back at square one, and then her back at square one is everybody calling her a hoe because she's no longer there anymore. But in reality, we probably don't know the backstory to why her and PJ Washington didn't work out. It probably was him. What if it was him? What if he was the reason? What if he went and fucked somebody else on her? Is she a hoe still? We don't even know if she's fucking somebody else now.
I would just leave it at this. If y'all with someone and you feel like you could spend some time together, I want y'all to spend at least a house together or try to live together or something like that, just to see if y'all really are compatible and y'all really ready to take that next step into marriage. Because I seen that's why a lot of relationships slash marriages fail, because you may think you're in love with this person and all that other stuff, but it all changes until you move in, and then you got to realize her nicks and knacks, and maybe you're more cleaner than she is, or she's maybe anal retentive and all that other stuff. She may have phobias or fears and all that other shit that you may not know about. So it's always I always say try to get to know a person before y'all move in with her. So
Even if she's a celebrity, just because you got a lot of money, don't mean you're not human. It doesn't mean you can't like money does not help you to be compatible. Being able to buy certain things and do certain things and pay for certain things, it doesn't make you compatible. It just puts you in a class where it's even harder to figure out if somebody wants to be with you for you. If I'm a millionaire, I mean, if I was a millionaire and everybody knew I was a millionaire, I wouldn't. You know how hard it would be to date.
yeah, because you don't know if people there for you or your money.
Exactly. That's why when I say it's harder for her to find love at this stage because you're Brittany fucking Renner. Like, have you like you're fine as shit, and you're a fucking you're an influencer. You know what I'm saying? You're a fucking you work for fucking Rolling Out Loud. Like you have something going on for yourself. So it's hard for you to like even if you date a rapper, upcoming rapper, you date a little baby or some shit like that. You don't know if he's fucking with you for because you're Brittany Renner and he trying to knock that thing down, or if he really like fuck with you and he's really like into you. It's difficult. So I feel like man, be all women, any woman that is watching this who's trying to find love, and you just seem to be more frequent to give people chances and give people opportunity to prove their love to you. Don't feel bad because that same person that's calling you a hoe is at home by herself, wishing somebody would deal with her, but she's too judgmental to ever go outside of her comfort zone to find that type of love. So don't feel bad, man. Brittany Renner, you shouldn't feel bad. You've earned my respect as a like just as far as your situation. You've helped me, like you've brought me back to reality to understand that even celebrities are human too, because we forget that. So yeah.
All right, and with that on note, I'm gonna end it there. Q, thank you for jumping on, and for
Hey,
others,
fuck the Bulls. Fuck the Bulls. I just thought I'd say that before this podcast is gone. We was up 19 points. Fuck the Chicago Bulls. I hope Lonzo Ball fall down some steps and get a scar on his forehead.
dog, we already lost Patrick Williams. I don't need to lose Lonzo.
Oh nah, y'all lose Lonzo. Y'all not going to no playoffs. I'm sorry.
Oh man, because we looking like a well-oiled machine right now. I'm
Man,
loving
I use y'all on 2K.
it. That's I always use my Bulls on 2K.
I mean, y'all stacked right now. So it's like I could run the meanest pick and roll in the fucking world with Lonzo and Vucevic. Like it's like, what are you going to stop? Who are you going to stop first? But that's neither here nor there. Damn, he's been shot before the podcast is done. But shout out to all my ladies, all my beautiful women. I love you so much. All women, don't matter shape, color, whatever. I don't care. I love you all because we're all human. And, we all want love some way, somehow. If you want to find love, come find me. I'll love you.
Hey man, shit. We all need. Everybody need love. On that note, he's Q and I'm Ray, and I'm signing off. Peace.
Peace.